If I've learned anything from the last year and a half, it's quite simply that we don't know what we're doing anymore. You know? Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, all hit by this huge storm, and the U.S. government watched it as if it were a made-for-TV movie. Holy shit, I didn't know it was on tonight. Where'd they get all the extras? And those special effects are spectacular. The man who took the brunt of the blame was Michael Brown. Michael Brown was the head of FEMA. FEMA, I always thought was a bone here in your ass. Coccyx, FEMA, hoo-da-ha, whatever it is. And the job that prepared Michael Brown for FEMA was he was the head of the Arabian Horse Association. You can see the connection there. Not even a great fiction writer could come up with that. He ran horse shows, and he was fired from that job. He ran horse shows. Anybody in this room can run a horse show. You'll be drunk for 3 days and vomiting at will. You can run a horse show. I know because I used to go to horse shows. Not of my own volition. I had a girlfriend, and her sister was an equestrian. Equestrian, by the by, that's the gayest word in the English language. As a matter of fact, I thought Brokeback Mountain should have been called Two Equestrians. There is nothing worse than going to some event that you have no interest in. I didn't give a shit, but you gotta pretend. I mean, what do you say? It's a horse show. Look at the cock on that one. I'd say he's a winner if he doesn't trip over it. All you need to run a horse show is the ability to say, next. Is by far the toughest times I've ever spent as a comedian. It's just become more and more difficult. I just can't keep up with all the shit. It used to be easy. 1 or 2 things might happen in a week, and now something will happen, and I'd read about it, and I'd go, I'm gonna make that funny, and then the next day, 30 other things that fucking happened! Who can keep track of this shit? I don't even have a Ports of Dubai joke, and we're on to immigration. You tell me how we're gonna catch 11 million people. Are you out of your fucking minds? And build a fence that's 700 miles long. A fence that would basically be the distance from Washington to Chicago. Oh yeah, we could build that fence, and then it would take Congress 5 years to figure out what color to fucking paint it. Yeah, we're gonna build a fence 700 miles long, and we couldn't build the levees in New Orleans, dickhead. President Bush said, and it was said about him, that they didn't really anticipate what was going to happen. That's what he said, that they weren't truly informed. And then, just a few months ago, they showed footage of the president sitting around in a meeting where they were fucking informing him. Kind of makes you dizzy. And then there was a whole group of people who said, see, the president was involved. Look at it. Okay, yeah, he was involved at the meeting. And before the meeting, he wasn't involved, then he was involved, and then he forgot where he was. You can't say he was involved when we saw that he didn't do shit. You just can't fucking say that. You can't. You can't. It's just, and there has to come a point where Democrats and Republicans, where we see a piece of footage and we just agree on what the fuck reality is. And the fact is, you cannot show video of a Land Rover running over a cat and then say the cat was trying to kill itself. I'm going to need at least 3 days to find the note that he left. I did, though, have a breakthrough. About 6 months ago, I was home alone watching the president speak on television. So it was just really the two of us. And as I listened to him, I realized that one of us was nuts. And for the first time ever, I went, wow, it's not me. Now, I'm sure that some Republicans out there is a kind of a really great metaphor for the war in Iraq. Now, I do. I think if you can think back to the beginning of the war, and that may take a couple of days, and you may need to nap a while. We were confronted, we were told, with an axis of evil. North Korea, Iraq, and Iran. Now, we are never, ever going to attack the North Koreans because they are the most evil people on the planet. And how do we know that? Because when we get video and film footage from North Korea, it's always in black and white. It's not the film. These people are so evil, they have no color. And you don't fuck with that kind of evil. Your hands are full. North Korea is the country that the monkeys in The Wizard of Oz came from. Then there was Iraq, a country with an insane leader and weapons of mass destruction. Or so we were told by our spy network, who did just a crackerjack job. Oh, yeah, we know. They're over there. They kept saying there were weapons of mass destruction, even though Blix told us from the UN that they weren't there. Folks from the Pentagon told us that they weren't there. It even said so on the Iraqi page on MySpace. And then there was Iran. Insane leader, just as insane as Saddam, completely nuts. Only they actually have access to nuclear materials that they are beginning to convert into some sort of a bomb. that they eventually will put into a missile, and 500 Iranians will throw it at us. So I believe it went like this: Iran, 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 Iraq.